Ragnar Lothbrok lies dead in the Northumbrian dirt. Veins choked with Anglo-Saxon wrath and viper's venom. Revenge was swift. His sons laid waste to the British Isles, splintering the land and slaughtering all who opposed them. The Viking horde swept west, an insatiable force that brought Alfred the Great to his knees. But some men can only be pushed so far. The year is now 878 AD, whilst Norsemen settle land they once pillaged. Alfred of Wessex seeks to unite the Isles under one banner. But here stand a new wave of the ambitious and hungry, ready to stake their claim to Britannia. Kings will rise. One will rule.
Hello and welcome to a new series on the channel. We're going to be playing Thrones of Britannia, Total War Saga. So it's set in medieval times. As you see, there's going to be Vikings in it, but mainly it's based around Britain and Ireland in the time when kind of Viking invasions and things are going on, and there's a lot of kind of political upheaval between the different cultures and the different kind of factions as well at that time. So the fact that it's a saga means that the sagas are kind of, it's a new team within Creative Assembly. So there's a team that works on all what are considered the main games. So that would be the likes of Medieval 2 and the Warhammer kind of collaboration games. Those are all considered main games, whereas the sagas are going to be games that are set in an era that's already been covered by an existing Total War game. So they're kind of like, oh, how would you put it? They're kind of side stories almost. But the thing that attracted me to this, well, there's a couple of things, well, more than actually a couple, there's a few things that attracted me to it. First of all, the fact that it's set in the time period that it is, because I don't really like the more modern ones, and something that I didn't like about the Warhammer ones was the whole magic thing and guns and that kind of stuff, and it just didn't. You know, I like ones where it's basically it's all about getting your tactics right and not having some kind of devastating unit that can just destroy everything, which there was a lot of in the Warhammer type stuff. So going back to kind of the older type games is good for me. Then also the historic period I find very interesting as well. So I've always been interested in that kind of time where, you know, a lot of things changed in Ireland and over in Britain as well. Then you got the fact that it's more, in terms of the gameplay itself, from what I've read at least, it's more of a traditional Total War game. What I mean by that is that your faction leader can die, and you'll have to kind of plan what's going to happen in that event. Then there's a lot more management compared to the newer games that kind of had a lot of that stripped out in order to attract newer players that wouldn't feel overwhelmed. So I'm glad that stuff's is kind of more beefed up in this one. And then there's the fact as well that the Saga being a kind of a different team, I want to see what their take, like, obviously these aren't guys who are new to Total War, but now they're allowed to kind of have their own to express their own creativity in this game as well. So I'm very interested in that. So I'm going to pop in. I'm going to make a new campaign. So we could pick the English kingdoms. So just 2. So Wessex, I think, is how we'd say that today. This one works.
All forces in good order.
Okay, then we got the Welsh kingdoms. Okay, and we've got Great Viking Army. Okay, Northumbria and East.
Enemy blood will flow.
East Anglia. Viking Sea.
We'll see this through.
Okay, so they have like that's Dublin and the Isle of Man there. And then these guys.
We pledge
okay,
our
so they're
service.
up in Scotland there. Right, so but we're going to be picking an Irish faction. So like this one here,
Enemy blood will
although
flow.
it's centered in Dublin. Like these were kind of the invading Vikings who did establish Ireland's capital, Dublin. But we're going to go for kind of the ancient one of Mide. So we've got Scottish one here.
War is what we do best.
That guy sounds Irish.
Our bravery is
He
legendary.
definitely sounds Irish. How about the Irish guy then?
The men are eager to get to it. None shall stand against us.
He sounds more Scottish than Irish, and the Scottish guy sounds more Irish. How does he sound?
We pledge your
Yeah, he doesn't sound Irish at all. Okay, so we're gonna be
For the glory of the Gaels.
we're gonna be Mide. So historically, Mide was one of 5 provinces in Ireland. So there's Ulster, which today encompasses the 6 counties that are in Northern Ireland, and then there's 3 other counties in Ulster that are in the Republic of Ireland as well. Then, so that's kind of up here, this area here. So Northern Ireland kind of goes like this, and then you have Donegal up here, and then Cavan and what's the other one? There's another one anyway in Ulster, 9 counties. Then over here we have Connacht. Okay, got Galway down this way, and down here then we've got Munster, and then over here we have Leinster. But also there was Meath, which today is part of Leinster, but historically it was the 5th province, and it was basically where, like, you have Tara and Newgrange and those kind of areas there, and it was where the High King of Ireland sat, and it was also kind of considered a very spiritual place, because Irish people used to be Druids before Christianity came, and that was kind of the center of our religion, like things like Halloween, and you know, kind of other festivals like that. There would have been big gatherings on the Hill of Tara for stuff like that, and then if there was a High Council of Ireland, that's where they'd meet. And so historically it's very important to Irish history. Obviously, when we learn history in school, we do learn a bit about it, but a lot of Irish history is intermingled with the fact that we were ruled by Britain for so long, and then there's struggles to get free of that, and so, you know, our older history can be forgotten because of that. But I'm glad that we have a game here that we can explore at least some of it. So we're going to start our campaign, and when I was about 13 years old, I think, we moved to Meath. Now, the modern Meath isn't exactly where this is, because you have Dublin here, and then modern Meath, part of it actually comes out here to the sea, and that's the area where I used to live when I was a teenager. And then part of it now is Westmeath, which is a different county in Ireland as well. Excuse me. So we got Flann here, our faction leader. So this game was set not that long after Christianity came to Ireland. Like, you know, most Irish people know the story of St. Patrick, who came from Wales. Well, he didn't. Yeah, I suppose he came from Wales, but the story is that he was abducted from Wales, and then later came back as a bishop to spread the word of Christianity in Ireland. And the national carrier of Ireland, the national airline of Ireland, is Aer Lingus, and they have on the tail of their planes a shamrock, and the shamrock was what St. Patrick is said to have used to explain the Holy Trinity. And in Catholicism, that is the fact that we have God the Father, who is in heaven, God the Son, who's Jesus, and God the Holy Spirit, who is basically Jesus after he rose from the dead. But the fact that they're three separate people, but they're only one God. So he uses shamrock to show, look, it has three leaves, but it's still only one shamrock, and that's how he explained it, or at least that's the story. And then he also apparently drove all of the snakes out of Ireland, but also removed all evidence of there ever being snakes in Ireland. So that was a pretty good trick. For me, I'm not a believer, but like I like kind of to read about history and stories and where things come from, and I like, you know, so even though I'm not religious, it doesn't mean that I don't read up about religion, if you catch my drift. But let's start the campaign.
Your father, as our king, dreamed of a united Ireland. But his vision was never realized. Now your brethren in the north hold the high kingship, and you must wait your turn. But the arrival of the Viking foreigners brings opportunity. Their strength could be yoked to your cause. With them by your side, you can fulfill your father's dream whilst claiming the high kingship for your line. One throne will rule Ireland. It is your destiny to be king.
Well, we'll try at least.
You must meet many challenges if you are to claim the title of
Okay.
High King. Whether the Vikings fight by your side or stand against you, you must make all others kneel. Through strength and wisdom, you can unite Ireland under your rule. One of your armies is garrisoned in the capital, ready to defend it if necessary. Your other army only awaits the order to attack the rebel army in the northeast. Secure your borders by wiping out the rebels, and then prepare for war.
Okay, we should stabilize internally before we look beyond our borders, prove your right to rule, and eliminate the nearby rebels. Okay.
War is what we do best.
So we've got our units down here. Let's see, we've got Flann, who is our king. Freeman Spearman. Okay. Fina band. So the Fina are kind of were the warrior class in Ireland. Freemen, javelins, freemen, and horse boys. Like the name of those guys. Right, so this.
None shall stand against us.
Before we go to war, I want to see what else we have. So okay, so we've got provinces as well. And what else here? So this is here in Arda. I think that's now. That might be RD today. I think so, at least. Right, so Probably need to do something about our farms, because I didn't read all that much about the game, but I did read the fact that it's very important to make sure that your people are well fed. You don't want them starving. So we're going to start those first. Then
For the glory of the Gaels.
Flann is going to go and attack you.
To battle!
Okay, so we're not going to order resolve, we're going to fight. It looks like we should win pretty handily. Instead you have one unit of horse boys. But oh, and they've got mounted guys on. Okay. So it looks like we're just stronger on the ground, and then in terms of maneuverability we're gonna be pretty well matched. So I think for us it's better to close in on them as quickly as we can. And finally it's getting to the action. One thing about this is that my PC is older, so it's gonna run a bit slower on the loading and stuff. But hopefully the battles will be okay. Not like jittery. No, it's difficult enough without having like jittery cameras in the battle. But I'm gonna wait. Okay, it's dry now. Okay, so let's start deployment. Oh, that's the right one.
Son of a Morrigan!
Let's group those guys and put you in front, and we go there. Okay, then Flann can go on this side, those guys on this side. Let's start them out.
A cavalry charge to the rear of an enemy formation can be devastating.
Let's get to it.
Keep your cavalry in reserve, and then hammer the flank or rear of the enemy.
Okay, so we're gonna move those guys up. We're going over there.
Ride hard! Grind them into the mud!
King's gonna stay back for a bit. I'm gonna speed it up. Once they get to the forest, I'm going to start moving Flann up. Or the little wood, I guess you call it. So Flann's going to move up to here. Okay, we're going to put it on normal. Right, so here we go. Fight starting.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Flann's going to get in behind those guys.
Ride hard! Speed up, riders!
We're going to come in and start harrying them. Nope. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's a bit too quick on the turn, I think.
Everybody brace! Ready now! Bring it on!
Okay, now Flann's gonna come help.
Overrun them! Drive those horses!
Gonna harry them.
Back in the sky! Enemy charge! Brace! I can see trouble.
Flann's gonna hit them to the side.
Our general is under attack.
They should start running to the scene.
See, they flee before our might.
Sons of the Mulligan! Break their hearts! Swordsmen! We're dodging the javelins here! Cavalry! Send the volley! Get them! Sons of the
Okay, let's get a king out there.
Briskly! Quick march! Things don't look too bad now! Spearmen! Beware missiles!
Okay, let's move you guys forward.
Double take the hindmost! They got the jump on swordsmen! Give your
The
orders.
battle is turning in
Yes,
our
indeed.
favor.
Where's the fight? Bring it on! Briskly now!
Here you go, sir.
Javelins! Aim for their hearts! Drive those horses!
Okay, let's charge him.
Spearmen! To battle!
I'm not understanding why
Missiles!
the guys just stop.
Strike now! Cavalry! Target and fire!
Right, so everyone has been told,
Javelins!
has been given an order of something to do, so nobody should be staying still
Right then!
unless they're shooting at them.
Flank attack! Watch it! Let fly at them!
Okay,
Swordsmen!
let's attack them.
Hit them! Right there! Strike now! We are ready for this! Strike now! Missile attack!
The enemy general
Nice.
is dead.
Good job, guys.
Bring it on! Blacken the skies!
Okay,
Strike
there's
now!
our win.
We're ready for this! We're dodging javelins here!
We did lose a lot of his retinue than I would have liked. Let's get after that one.
A victory to celebrate! They didn't like that much!
Okay, and we speed it up. Let's have a quick close up at some of the units as well.
Who's up for a scrap then?
But there's one over there. Still haven't got off, so who's you can just
This calls for a drink! Cavalry! Full gallop!
just get out for you. Can you speed up till he gets off? Not gonna catch him. Okay, there we go. End of the battle. Okay, so game pretty close to wiping them out. But still, he lost a bit too many of these guys from my liking. Now, what can we do here? Ransom and release, sell the enemy troops back to their comrades, and let you profit. Take those willing to fight into your army, replenish your ranks. Their inexperience in your forces, however, will affect your army skill. Okay. Kill captains. Leave none alive. Killing every last survivor may satisfy a thirst for blood, but your enemy and their allies will take grave exception to this. However, the enemy of your enemy will like you more for it. So let's just ransom them for a bit of extra cash. Let's
Forward we go!
Okay, so their leader is gone. Now,
War is what
you
we
got
do
garrison in
best.
there.
Expect great deeds.
But so set to prepare for war. So where is the? No, that's RD. Where? Yeah, actually, let's raise an army here. So here we have Clareson, Letlavar, Mal Mokhshir. Let's go with Letlavar. Actually, this guy is better. He's free. He's a bit older. He has 7 influence and 7 loyalty. Okay, so he's gonna be nice and loyal. The influence could be a problem. And he has a lot of traits too. He's mad, okay. But he's a survivor. Seasoned and cruel. Okay, so let's get you.
For the glory of the Gaels.
So he's been hired. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. I did play a little bit of the game, but obviously with well, not obviously, but it happens a lot for me with Total War games, that Total War and any recording software seem to don't like each other all that much, and then ends up with files being corrupted and stuff like that. So I hope it's not going to be the case here. So we got him. Why don't you pop in there?
We'll get there soon
Okay.
enough.
Now we can recruit some units for you. Let's get some cavalry. Spear infantry. Let's see. Let's get some bowmen. Then some spears. And get some axemen as well. Okay, then that's going to be enough for now. I think that's pretty much the end of the turn. And what I'm going to do with the videos, rather than like have like a video where I do an ending and stuff, I'm just going to play a session and then cut that session up into maybe like chunks of about 40 to 60 minutes, I think. Okay, so those guys decided they weren't done. We're going to show them why that was a big mistake, hopefully. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's the remnants of the army we just beat, so they are going to be more maneuverable with like 2 horse units, but so our guys will be less effective. Our kind of our foot soldiers are going to be less effective. But hey ho, let's
Spearmen,
get them ready.
we are the Gaels.
This time we're going to put these guys at the back. Then we're going to go over here.
Javelins, let's get to it.
Left.
Spearmen,
Okay. You can click on the tree last.
who's for a
And you
bargain?
go there. There we go. Okay. Start the math one.
A cavalry charge to the rear of an enemy formation
Spearmen,
can be devastating.
strike now.
Keep your cavalry in reserve, and then hammer the flank or rear of the enemy.
Cavalry full gallop. Speed up, riders. Ride hard. Sound alive. Cavalry, ready.
The battle is turning in our
should be.
favor.
Just need him to commit. There we go.
Spearmen! Swordsmen! Strike north!
Let's get into them.
Attack! And down! Cavalry!
The men have abandoned the battle and will not return.
Okay, one set of guys run away.
Reload!
Oh, these guys, the javelin. I guess they were the ones that got charged by him. So.
We are the Gael! Dodging javelins here!
Is that gonna work on you guys? Maybe.
Javelins! Swordsmen!
Yeah, they're just throwing everybody.
Ravage them! Beware missiles!
Our general is under attack.
Take cover!
Just keep shooting them.
Missiles away!
Okay, so we killed.
Your orders! I'm not staying around again.
The enemy general
Yeah,
is
killed
dead.
them.
They're overwhelmed!
And these guys are winning as well. Okay, that's a win.
I remember my first victory.
I remember your first victory too, because it was against these guys so long ago. Speed it up. I don't like speeding it up that much so with this one because things like this happen where we stop riding after someone. Like we should have been able to catch up on them while they were maneuvering. We go, end the battle. Okay, so they should no longer be a problem for us. So good job, Flann, showing them who's boss. Flann's influence is the same as a new guy. Okay, so his army here is called the Frenzy of Cuchulainn. So Cuchulainn is a famous warrior from Irish legends. Let's do this. Okay, oh, we lost him, okay. Oh no, it's enemy. Yeah.
Technologies become available to research once certain requirements have
Cool.
been met. Visit the technology screen to browse technologies and the conditions required to unlock them.
Where, there we go, technology. Okay, so Mide units. Tactical drill force, la la la. Oh, this one's locked, okay. Recruit 10 sword or axe. Okay. Recruit 10 spearman. Recruit 10 bow. Okay. Win 5 siege battles. That's gonna be tough. Recruit 10 cavalry. Raise the general to rank 10. Attack another army 10 times. Wow. Oh! It just means attack 10 times. I thought it was like the same army 10 times. Then recruit. Research warrior society to unlock this technology. Okay, let's go for civic. Build or upgrade within the granary or subterranean chains, or conquer a region with the highest level building one of these chains. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Then we've got diplomacy. Right, so we got Mide here. Lina, that's Leinster. Okay, then we've got Dublin. Ulad is Ulster, and that's actually the symbol for Ulster now, the red hand of Ulster. Then we have the harp symbol, which is Leinster. Munster is normally a stag, so Munster must be over this way somewhere. Or Munster is a stag and also has 3 castles. There's the 3 castles. Three golden castles. And we've got Connacht over this way. Then we've got Ardmore and Lismore. More means big in Irish. I don't know all of the that's Sanger. I don't know all of the Irish old Irish names for towns and stuff. So some I know, some I don't. Right, so what can we actually do here? Initiate diplomacy with who? One of our neighbours. Maybe not Cashel. Connacht. This faction is the same culture as yours. Oh, we might actually be able to annex them. Not right now, though.
I hope you'll repay my hospitality with fair words.
Okay, let's make a declaration of friendship. Okay, let's do that.
Makes sense to me.
So basically what I want to do is to be friends with everyone around me other than the place that I want to attack. I think I want to take here. So they're neutral with us. They're neutral with us. They're neutral. How about over here? Neutral. Neutral. Okay. Oh, we got a declaration of friendship with you. No, it's you that want. Yeah. Okay. You were still on Connacht, I think.
What dark business brings
It's
you
not
to
dark
my
business
door?
at all, friend. At least I hope you're a friend.
We will never be your
What?
friends.
Okay, so I think they're the people then that we want to attack. How about you guys?
Nothing would possess me to befriend your house.
Ah, interesting. How about Lina then?
Friends, you say? Not while I have breath in my
Ooh.
body.
Apparently we have a lot of enemies. They're hostile towards us, okay. These guys are neutral. Maybe because we made friends with Connacht. But we need to either attack those guys or how are those other guys? Ah, hang on.
Well met, friend. Let's talk.
Okay,
We
cool.
agree.
That's what I was doing wrong. I was still in with those guys even though I changed it. So then you're unfriendly towards us, okay. How about you guys? You're unfriendly. But you could be a friend.
All right. Persuade me.
Oh, we can't. Okay. Can't do anything else with you. Is there anyone else that likes us? Right, so let's try with you.
I hope you repay my hospitality with fair
No,
words.
we don't have any. Yeah. Oh, we're already friends, I guess. How about Ulster?
Sit, have some ale, and tell me why you're here.
Well, that's a nice welcome. I'll enjoy that ale, and maybe we can declare friendship.
Makes sense to me.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's going to be enough friends for now. Now, so you guys are the ones that we have to take care of, I think. So, Kelmore here. Doing the Ichter up here. Okay, so we need to take a.
No!
We need to build up to take that army, I think, so.
War is what we do best.
So recruit those guys. And then what I feel we need to do is, where's Clonmacnoise? Nice? It's down here, isn't it? Yeah. So how do I go to the army? So now there is an army in here. Ah, there we go.
The men are eager to get to it.
Okay, you can't recruit anyone there. But basically I want this army to take them on, and then we're going to invade here and take here as well. So we're going to basically strike them like a double strike, and we're going to do it next turn.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.